This secret, and I'm not saying there aren't men that don't use condoms or PrEP and they protect their women from contracting HIV. Just so you know, high risk for HIV is male to male sex. So what happens is these men that are on the down low, not saying there's anything wrong with being on the down low. I understand why there might be a need for that. Totally get it. I don't care who sleeps with who. That is not what this was about. I'm not homophobic. I'm not transphobic. This was about men who are doing this behind their women's backs without protection, contracting HIV, and then bringing it home to their girlfriends and wives who are completely unsuspecting. Why would you use a condom when you're married? Why would you use a condom with your husband or your boyfriend if you're in a committed relationship? I've had people come back at me saying that women should know better. How? How would they know that? How would they freaking know to protect themselves when they had no idea that this was going on? It's a secret. So my frustration, because I see this through advocacy literally the majority of the time for these women, and nobody speaks out for them. Nobody freaking speaks out, and they can't speak out because HIV has so much stigma. So I'm speaking out for them. The secret, fine, have the secret. Just protect your women. Just protect your women. That's it. Stop bringing HIV home to them because of your secret. Hey, Mama Dr. Jones. So I wanted to answer your question on how I was diagnosed with HIV. There's a short answer and a long answer. The short answer is it was over the phone. The long answer is that I had been getting very sick for about a month, kind of 6 weeks leading up to my diagnosis. I had all the classic signs of HIV by the time I was diagnosed. I had a fever, night sweats, fevers, night sweats, thrush in my mouth, although no one had diagnosed that until after my diagnosis. I had weight loss, aches and pains, head to toe, joint pain, weight loss because I was nauseated and could not eat. And lethargic, super lethargic. So all of those things were my symptoms. I didn't have my own doctor at the time. I went to this place called Doctors on Duty, which is you just see the doctor that's there. And they just finally tested my blood, not for HIV, but I had some abnormalities in my blood, and my blood sugar level was kind of high. So it was strange. Something was off for sure. So they were concerned, and they sent me to an internal medicine doctor, and he tested me for everything, asked if he can test for HIV. I said, of course. I surf, so I thought I had a parasite in my body from the ocean. That's truly what I thought I had. They tested me for lupus, meningitis. I thought maybe I had cancer, so many things. So when he asked, because they have to ask you if you will take the test for HIV, it wasn't a big moment in the office when he asked me that. He just was checking off boxes on the list of all the things that he was going to have my blood tested for. HIV, yes, go for it. I mean, everything. It was like, fine. I didn't even went in one ear and out the other. So 3 hours later, I received a phone call from that office, from that doctor, and he said, Jennifer, I think we know what you have. You tested positive for the HIV antibody. And I was sitting on that couch where my dog is sleeping right now, kind of right there. I was really, really sick. And to hear those 3 letters were in my body was one of the darkest moments of my life. I had no idea that would be my future. I never envisioned myself with HIV. I couldn't, in that moment, it's like, where did this come from? How long have I had it? Who did it come from? How long has it been in my body? Oh my God, am I gonna die? I've got 3 kids. Everyone's gonna know. I felt like maybe I deserved it. I thought, my God, so much shame. What did I do wrong? Because clearly I did something wrong, because otherwise I wouldn't have this. What is my future? Those were all the questions that ran through my mind in that moment. And it was terrifying. And so, it was over the phone, because I had agreed with the doctor if he had any kind of results to contact me as soon as possible. And so he did, and it was 3 hours later. And that's how I found out my diagnosis. And I had no information after that. We had to look things up on Google. It was awful.